friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm Brian and this is Meredith.
Hi.
This channel is all about modernizing and building some retro vehicles and making them into some really sweet rides, and a lot of lessons learned along the way.
Lots of lessons.
In this episode, we're going to be tackling the suspension mods on a 1968 Fastback. Let's get to it.
What you doing?
I am taking off this cross member. Toy like a toy bird. Alright, so there is several, if you want to see this, there's several spot welds that are under here that I'm going to have to take off. You know what, I'm going to try to find a center punch and center punch those first.
So Brian is missing his tools and he's not a very happy person right now. He probably doesn't want me to record him saying some not very nice things to his toolbox. Hope he finds them.
Just to make do. This is what I was looking for earlier. It's a center punch.
Ah, fun. It's like pierce your ears maybe, huh?
You want to try it?
Yeah, maybe my nose. Your belly button. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I got it. All right, y'all, so I disconnected these spot welds and you can see all the way from underneath there up through these right here, just above where the motor mount sits. I thought there would actually be more than that, but it looks like that's all it's going to need to get it off of the frame rail. Now I'm going to focus my attention on these top rings up inside the shock tower. This whole bottom ring needs to come off. All right, y'all. We are about to tackle the cutting of the shock towers here. And so, yeah, I'm nervous. We're cutting history right here, so. But it's all in good fun, right? We want more engine options. We want more room in the engine bay. So that's why we're doing this. All right, so got an idea to be able to make this cut. And to make it straight, we're going to try to use a laser. We're going to use a laser.
Is it really called laser?
No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so from everything I can tell online and everything, we need about 28.5 inches wide to fit a Coyote motor, to fit a majority of motors. So 28.5 falls on a Mustang, falls about right in between. It's like almost exactly 28.5 between the shock towers. So you really don't have to shave much off of this, but look how much all has to come off of here. So what I'm planning on doing is going to cut straight back to the frame rail. And that's why we're going to use this laser level as a way to do that. And I think that, yeah, it's one of those self-leveling ones, but I think that by doing this, that right there is gonna keep my cut straight. And if you notice, I think what's cool about this is if you notice, if I start cutting this side, it'll still give me that straight line all the way across. I think.
How'd that go?
Yeah, that feels pretty good. All right, let's go.
Get loose. Yeah.
Not really.
You had a big hole in this color.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you can see that very well, but you can see that very well, but that's the laser light inside this fender wall. It's coming through this cut. It's hitting over there, so I'm gonna try to cut that. Shoot, man. Well, I probably didn't get any of that because the camera fell over, but that line is perfect. Worked out great. All right, so now I just gotta cut this edge down here, there, and this thing should be coming through, coming loose. right, so this is the K-member. It's gonna sit in the car like this. Basically, these are your engine mounts here. Your rack and pinion sits here, your lower control arms, and this is what's gonna attach to the frame of the car. So right now, I'm just probably gonna do a little mock-up of it. So guys, on the K-member itself, I'll try to get it in the shot. This is the part that goes to the frame. So what I'm gonna do is just give me a center line on each one of those. That way I can kind of see where I'm at once I get it up underneath. So it's 9 3/4. So half of that is 4 7/8. Right about there. So it should be 4 7/8 there. 4 7/8 there. All right, so I'm in the engine bay, as if you couldn't tell. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to find center where that cross member needs to, or that K member needs to sit on my frame. So the way to do that is you use these factory holes, which this is what the factory used to kind of center the shock tower whenever they made it. They'd use these two holes here and here on this other side. So what I'm gonna do is use these two holes. I'm gonna get center on those holes, and that should center up the rest of the K member. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do right now is get those measurements. Points on each side, and that'll get us in the ballpark of where we need to be. I'll probably measure wheelbase just to make sure I'm in the right place, but that'll have to be after I get the spindles on, which my spindles haven't arrived yet, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a shipment to come in soon. So, but anyway, for everybody that I've researched online, this measurement right here has been pretty accurate. Now on the 65 and 66, there's a adjustment you have to make. I think it's 3/4 forward or backward. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but if you're doing a 64.5 to 66 with the shock towers modded out and using this K member, you're gonna wanna make some adjustments to this. But for the 67 through 70, this measurement right here will get you center, hopefully anyway. Let's go. First initial mock-up, take 1. A little dusty. Who would have thought it? It may actually work. I really need to make a measurement in the middle of it on this side of the angle. On this side of the angle here instead of where I've got it. So I already got that one thing backwards. Let's see what else I can get backwards. All right, it is muggy out here now. So, all right guys, so I've got the K member kind of mocked up here. I wanted to show you though, this hardware here that comes with this K member. Basically you have this sleeve here and then some bolts and hardware to go through it. But where this comes and meets the frame, you have to drill a hole all the way through, hopefully straight. And then you'll put this cylinder inside, and that is what will keep the frame from like just crushing in with this bolt. So you'll have this look here. Well, with the spacer though. But that's what I got to do, guys, right now. Is I really just need to verify that my lines are locked up really straight and everything's even. And then I can begin drilling these holes for that sleeve to fit inside there. So that's what I'm up against right now. So what I've got so far is this side has been cut up to 1/2 inch all the way through the frame rail. I'm gonna get this side in, and then we're going to enlarge the top side to 3/4 so we can slide in our sleeve and weld it up. So that's where we're at. I've got the holes drilled for the top side. So for this crush sleeve, so this crush sleeve will just sit inside the tight fit like that, all the way down. That's the next step. Weld these suckers in and put some bolts through them. All right, yo, so I have welded in the sleeves. Let's try to put this thing up in there. So I did get the final bolts in and everything is lining up really well now. So I'm just gonna start attaching the hardware. Loose fit, I'm not gonna torque down yet until I get all the goodies on. Been going through batteries like crazy today. All good, I guess. I don't know. Definitely lower energy right now than it was this morning. But man, I am super pumped about all the progress and all that. We're gonna stop here on today's episode. Check back for more where we're gonna put all the rest of the SN95 goodies on this girl. So super excited, guys. Can't wait to get in this thing and just go cruising. So please like and subscribe. Until next time, guys.